Hello everybody, back once again for another episode of What's in the Box, and I wanted to do a quick review this evening of a kit that I've had for a long time. This is a Panzerkampfwagen 2 tank, light tank, and it's a Tamiya, of course. You know, no surprises there, right? You guys know I love Tamiya. But what I'm not sure everybody understands or is aware of, some of you guys are, I know that Hamilco probably is, Cohen probably is, because I know the armor releases pretty well, especially when it comes to World War II. But most people, when they think of the old Tamiya Panzer II tank kits, it's the inexpensive old kit from the 70s that has the North Africa scene on the front. That kit's been around forever, and you can have that kit for $10 or $12. It's really inexpensive. But what I have in my hands here is actually a new toolkit. This was a brand new kit released in 2008, so it's 6 years old, and it depicts a Panzer II, either A, B, or C from either really technically the Polish or the French campaign. And they give you, I believe, painting and marking options for that. But it's a really slick little kit, and I think you may be surprised for the features. Now, this one obviously is going to be more expensive because it's newer kit. It's also a bigger box, and there's quite a bit more to it. But it's a fun kit nonetheless. So you have that wonderful Tamiya box art on the front. Beautiful painting, of course, in the Panzer Grau, Panzer Gray scheme. On this panel of the box, we have two photographs of the completed model and some information in Japanese. And then on this side, we have, once again, pictures or box art of the vehicle. Very nice. And let's go ahead and open it up. We have instruction sheet. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pieces of plastic, some decals, and some photo etch. I'll set this aside. And the first sprue I'd like to take a look at. This is running gear and tracks. And I like to point out that these are beautiful. I'll use this for contrast. Link and link tracks with the sag already molded into the track. That atypical Panzer II drive sprocket is gorgeous, as is the idler wheel as well. The detail on these tracks is typical modern day Tamiya quality. It's super crisp. They're tiny, but let me zoom in and let you have a better look at this. The bolt and rivet detail around that sprocket is amazing. You've got real nice looking leaf springs. Of course, that's part of your suspension. And then you can see the little humpback pattern here, which would induce track sag into the track run as you build the kit. Now, you'll notice this sprue is an identical sprue, so both of these sprues are in the same bag. So you've got both sides of your running gear and tracks. I'm going to go ahead and set that here. And since I've got this right next to me, oh, you know what? So I don't want to miss this. There's a bunch of poly caps that's going to be used to attach your wheels. Got a nice looking one-piece hull tub, and it is small, no doubt, very small. You can see the 2008 date there, says Tamiya. But the detail is really very good. Let me set this down and I'll zoom in a bit more. You can see the nice bolt and rivet detail here. That's very good. No complaints at all. Very, very small, though. I'm not used to doing such a small tank. But neat little well done part there, Tamiya. Thank you. And let's go ahead and take a look at the next sprue. Now here what we have, upper hull assembly and turret, side plates, glasses plate, fenders. Now the fenders weren't done entirely separately. Let me go ahead and zoom out just a skosh. So some of the fenders are on the upper hull, and you'll see some really nice rendered anti-skid texture here. That looks really good. It does come with a leaning crew figure, a commander that would go out, of course, out of the top hatch. Or there really isn't a cupola on this tank because it's more or less a light tank or reconnaissance tank. But there are some of the rear fenders here. There's multiple versions of these side panels with the vision ports on them, depending on which version you build. You just, of course, need to identify that in the instructions before you begin assembly and make little notes in the instructions. It's probably not a bad idea. But the quality of these parts, guys, is, as you can see, excellent. Crisp, highly detailed. It's what you would expect, I think, from a state-of-the-art, new, well, I would say new, but relatively new Tamiya kit. Now this next sprue is the more filigree parts. Onboard vehicle equipment, your pioneering equipment, a spectacular coax MG34, a nice looking KWK30, 20mm cannon. The wire cutters are gorgeous. This is the bottom part of the turret. That's where it meets into the upper hull, so that you have your swinging assembly. The fire extinguisher is all really good. The detail on some of these parts is very, very, very good. Yeah, see that? Really looks very good. That MG34 is fantastic. Most of the Tamiya machine guns, I think, are pretty good. It's like the T55 12.7mm Dushka gun is just spectacular. So, there's a take a look at, we looked at that sprue. Zoom back out. We have one last sprue to look at. Looks like we have the planetary gear housing, front glasses, plate, driver plates, exhaust pipe, smoke discharger. All of these look really good. Let me go ahead and zoom back in for you one more time. This is chin armor that goes around the top hole there right in front of the turret. There's your differentials. Nice bolt rivet detail around those. There's your glasses plate. These toe hooks or toe links look really good. Wonderfully done. All right, the next thing we're going to take a look at, briefly, it does come with a little photo etch fret. This is the mesh that goes around the exhaust pipes, and I'm not sure what these plates are for here. The decal sheet is inside this as well. Not a lot of decals. Most of these decals represent the French campaign. I think there's maybe a Polish vehicle in here. No surprises. Some tactical emblems. We'll take a closer look at that as we take a look at the instruction sheet. And it, of course, is in traditional, typical Tamiya black and white style in the fold-out booklet. Once again, no surprises. And with as with most Tamiya armor builds, it begins with construction of the running gear, the suspension, showing installation of the polycaps and the road wheels. On into step 3 there. Step 4 is the link tracks, and we saw those. They're beautifully detailed. Here you're going to need to use your pin vise in step 5 to punch holes. This is going to be for equipment, of course, that is installed on the upper hull. Side plates, and here they're asking you to make sure you choose which one of these plates you want to install, depending on the version. Step 6, you go to continue to install plates to the front hull. Here we attach the fenders, also in step 7. Then the assembly of the antenna rack, the smoke discharger, the exhaust pipe on step 8 there. All of these instructions, of course, are very concise and easy to follow. Here we have the photo etch, and they're actually telling you, if you use this piece of photo etch if you're going to do version A or B, and of course this version of photo etch if you're going to do or choose to do C and D. And all the way through 10, we continue to place the onboard vehicle equipment. Also, it still calls out, which version are you building. So you guys, if you're going to build this kit, you need to make sure that you pay attention to which version you're going to build, so you know where the parts go. 11, seat detail. 12 goes on under the main gun assembly with the coax machine gun. 13 is the turret assembly and gun assembly. 14, we're wrapping it up with the turret hatches. Then the crew figure, and it calls out, of course, the crew figure basic assembly. I think it's going to be easy assemble. And, of course, all the color call-outs for this kit, since it is a Tamiya, will, of course, be Tamiya color. And here we call out our color marking options. They're all going to be, Panzer gray or German gray, which was the standard, German Army vehicle color until February of 1943 when they switched to Dunkelgelb. But there is 4 versions. So 6th Panzer Division in France, 1940. 3rd Panzer Regiment, 4th Panzer Division in France, 1940. 6th Panzer Division in France, 1940. And then the 36th Panzer Regiment, 4th Panzer Division, France, May 1940. My mistake. I could have sworn there was a Polish variant in here. I think they maybe make a Polish Panzer II. So this is all France version. So if you're looking to build a French campaign tank, there you go. I thought it'd be kind of cool to do a Ghost Division one. I believe that was the 6th Panzer Division, wasn't it? Somebody can remember the standard German Panzer Divisions better than I can comment down below which one was the Ghost Division. But anyways, guys, just wanted to share this kit with you. This is not the old Tamiya Panzer II kit. As you guys can see, the level of detail and the level of complexity, as well as the individual track links, goes to show that. But nonetheless, I do think it's a cool little kit. It's still a neat subject, and it's really nicely detailed. So thanks again for watching. I hope everyone has a great week, and take care. Bye-bye.